Grand community, tomorrow is the big day, and tomorrow stakeholders at CBN, and what's going to be the outcome? Nobody knows, and we pray for the best. And I would like you to pay attention to this. Don't forget to subscribe to the update, and the comment section is open for conversation. Share this video, and have a great day.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to all of you. Today is the first day of June 2025. My name is Apostle Barnabas. I want to quickly address some issue this morning concerning about the write-up OC gave and the V-note Lady Rich gave yesterday evening, that they will be going to CBN for clearance today. How sure is this? Because when they were talking about machine breakdown last upper week, it was the process of them doing this disbursement machine breakdown. How come about going to CBN tomorrow for clearance? Are you not telling me that in the process of doing the disbursement that period, they have not done this clearance? Or are you people are not telling us that the machine that break down, is it a fallacy, or what do you think that one is? So as it stands now, going to CBN tomorrow to do clearance, how authentic this update you are sharing now is? Have you really find that? Have you gotten this update from a right source that is telling you that they are going to do clearance tomorrow? Because everybody mind is on disbursement, and that's the reason why Ugozi said yesterday that no stakeholder have been paid. He has been saying this several occasions, several times, several minutes, every day, that people will start saying that stakeholder they have collected money, which is very wrong. And some people are saying that they are working underground. Is it true underground want to collect this money? So please, let us face the reality. So if you have update that is authentic to share, do not hesitate, share it. If you do not have, you just have to keep silent and face whatever you are doing. You don't need to come over to social media to start hyping people unnecessarily.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lady Rich. Mr. Barnabas, this voice note goes to you. He said that we should marry the kind update, right? He thought I would just come in out for some and start giving updates. And moreover, if the taste machine spoiled, do you know what is happening there? Is it everything that was said? Even Mommy Ngozi's were told you machine spoiled. Do you know what is happening in CBN there? You better keep your mouth shut. If you don't know what to say, keep your mouth shut. Please. And this person that sent this voice note for you also send this voice note to Mr. Barnabas. And Mr. Barnabas, you answer my platform. You are not even care to call me. And the person that sent this voice note to you, please also send this voice note to Mr. Barnabas. Thank you very much. It's not everything I will say there. If you don't know what to say, you are not working in CBN. I have connection in CBN. It's not a matter of making mouth. You have to keep your mouth shut. Because if you're a man, what is supposed to do? You called me first. Not to the conversation start to thought I've just stood up, start giving voice note. Wait for this week, whether Pioneer will collect this week. Thank you. God bless you all.
All right. Welcome back to our channel, and we just need to pad this and say one or two concerning this appearing fiasco that's going on between the duo Apostle Barnabas and Lady Rich. You've heard everything you just had, and still about the apostle concerning the appearance at the CBN for the clearance. Now I believe that the dilemma that goes on right with this system right now has to do with the patience that people had felt over time. In every society, there comes a point when patience turns into pressure, and then hope begins to mix with frustration. And that's the situation surrounding the current state of stakeholders allegedly heading to the Central Bank of Nigeria tomorrow for yet another round of clearance in relation to long-promised grant disbursement, still in waiting actually. And for many, this process has dragged on far too long. Meetings have been held, some documents have been signed over time, verifications have been done, yet the beneficiaries, the ordinary men and women, vulnerable, the jobless youths, the widows, the sick, the orphans, the impoverished, they are still sitting in suspense. They refresh their phones every day. They ask their coordinators questions that sometimes they are too clever to answer. They join meetings on telegrams, on groups, and all they hear is one phrase: we are going to clear at CBN. If not you, wait till you go talk. But then comes the big question: how many times will this clearance be done? Let's first take some step backwards and relate this entire situation to the concept of this dilemma, which this title actually was carved out from, now, which is also a condition of being torn between difficult choices, where each option is beginning to carry its own burden or consequences. And in this case, both the stakeholders and the beneficiaries find themselves being caught in intertwined dilemmas. Each side have been waiting tenaciously, watching, hoping, yet very much unsure of the final outcome. Now, for the stakeholders, the dilemma might be something of do we continue engaging with CBN even if it feels like repetition, or do we call off the process and risk being blamed for stalling the grant? Or something like, do we push aggressively for disbursement, risking institutional backlash? Or do we maintain diplomacy and caution? Then for beneficiaries, the dilemma is even deeper. Should we keep believing and waiting, hoping that this time is going to be real? Or should we move on, accepting that this may have just been another failed promise? Now, these are not so easy choices at all. Each decision comes with emotional weight. It comes with moral responsibilities and some ripple effect of consequences. And this is the question that is on every beneficiary's lips. How many times must this clearance happen? It is not disrespectful, no. It is a question that is born out of months, even years of waiting. A question born out of hope deferred, which the good book, the holy book, says it makes the heart sick. Let's be honest. This is not the first time we are hearing about clearance at CBN. In fact, to many people, it has become a repetitive phrase, a kind of bureaucratic chant that appears that every time people start demanding answers. And so, why hasn't clearance process been concluded once and for all? To me, there are three possible answers. And number one, the stakeholders were not truly ready in previous visits. Maybe documentation was incomplete. Secondly, there was no actual clearance before, only meetings or discussions presented as such as clearance. And thirdly, some stakeholders may be benefiting from the delays. Don't fade that. Don't you fade that. There's a high possibility that some stakeholders might be benefiting from that delay, intentionally or unintentionally. However, whichever of these it is, one thing is certain: beneficiaries are tired of the loop. So much tired of the loop. If it's real, let the clearance be done. and be done once and for all. And here's the simple truth. If this is the final clearance that's required to unlock disbursement, then let it be done with full urgency. Let it be done with precision and transparency and completion. Let the stakeholders go to the CBN with all the necessary documentation, endorsements, and coordinations. Let them sit with whoever they need to sit with, and let them finalize every protocol. But this time, let it lead to disbursement. It has to be. Because this is the only language the average Nigerian understands right now. Not more meetings, not more excuses, not more updates that sounds like recycled speeches. They want results, not just for one batch or a few favored individuals, but for everyone who was promised this disbursement. Because this process, to say the fact, has evolved beyond finance. It has become a test of trust, a test of leadership, a test of national empathy. When the poor cries out, when the unemployed fast and pray, when mothers, when they depend on this money to buy food or pay school fees, we are no longer in the realm of business or in the realm of moral duty, and it has to be performed. One more message to the stakeholders. To all those who have been saddled with this responsibility of executing this grant or coordinating with the CBN or managing disbursement, you are now custodians of the people's hope. Whatever challenges have been, political, bureaucratic, logistical, or spiritual, you owe it to the people to finish this race with integrity and urgency. You surely do. If there's still clearance to be done, do it now and do it fully. But do not return from the CBN with another ambiguous report. Do not post vague WhatsApp or Facebook updates. Do not leave your beneficiaries in the dark. Your credibility is on the line. Beyond your credibility, the very essence of your calling, if you believe it is a calling, it is being tested on a large, profound case. Remember, the people don't want more promises. They want actions. And what the beneficiaries really want, let's speak clearly. All the expectant beneficiaries are not just asking for much. They're not just asking for luxury or billions. Most of them simply want something to start or support a small business. They want money to pay rent or hospital bills. They want a way to feed their family and survive. They want a little breathing space in this hard, spiky, thorny, and brownish economy. So when they hear CBN clearance again, they are not being cynical, they are being human, expressing a very natural fatigue from years of hope that never matured. Yes, and truthfully, you can't blame them anymore. You can't. They are citizens who have had announcements. They've even had dates that came and went. Their patience have been stretched. What they want now is so simple and clear. Let the clearance be real. Let the process be final. And let disbursement commence forthwith. Let this be the last clearance. If the stakeholders truly believe in their mission, then let this trip to the CBN tomorrow be the last. Let it be the defining moment where action replaces announcements. Lady Rich. These people are not being cynical here. I don't mean nobody should be insultive to your personality. No, it's uncalled for. But I think what they demand for is something beyond coffers. They've been stretched beyond limits. That language no longer works. It doesn't. Let them not return with vague phrases. If you're part of it, don't return with fake or vague phrases. Like phrases like they are still looking at it. Like the phrase of Madam Ngozi Israel, so let us watch. I took my time, goodness, I took my time to pieces the information and to tell us what is expected from every pieces and fiber of the statement. And I know possibly if you could listen to this, you could relate with this. I had to do justice to Ngozi Israel's statements so powerfully. You can go right on it. It's on this channel a couple of days ago. There are some final issues to resolve. That language no longer works. Instead, let them return from the CBN tomorrow, possibly with a signed clearance confirmation, a disbursement calendar, a clear structure for how the money will flow, and a statement of accountability. That is the language that communicates sense and seriousness to the people, especially to the masses. Hope must not be betrayed. When a nation or a people is battling hardship and they still manage to hold on to hope, the worst thing you can do is to betray that hope. It is better to say we cannot do it than to keep saying it is coming when you are not sure. A betrayed hope is worse than no hope at all. So this moment is sacred. It is sacred to the mothers that are praying day and night. It's sacred to the unemployed youth that are believing that this is their break. It's sacred to the physically challenged and widows and orphans who saw this grant as a divine breakthrough and divine intervention. If you hold that hope in your hand so there, you must treat it as sacred also. Do not drop it. Do not misuse it. And do not delay it any longer. On my final watch, the clock is ticking. The time is no longer on our side. Every day that passes without disbursement adds one more crack to the trust. Every week that passes without result hardens the heart of these people. Every failed update makes the next one harder to believe. So, if you could hear me right now, hear me loud and clear. Everyone at this echelon, let this clearance, if it must happen, be the final key that opens the door. Let it not be another episode in the long drama of delay. Let it be a moment of deliverance. And to the stakeholders, go, clear, complete, and disburse. And to the beneficiaries, hold on, but demand accountability for everything that goes on. To the nation, watch closely, because this is a test of who we are. I rest my case. All eyes on clearance tomorrow for the stakeholders, and we believe that their coming back is going to be on a profound promise towards disbursement. Let the coast clear. Let the rejoicing begins. Let the celebration start. We'll come your way again with better news, and we'll draw the curtain for this evening commentary. And until we come your way again, this is Princess Seed Channel, a formidable, vibrant channel towards a dissemination of information. Good news, truth be told, we are not joking here. We got not to play here. We just have to tell you as it is. If it is true, we'll tell it. If it's all a fake, we'll tell it. Because we are built for this.